Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This reading is for the sign of Capricorn. This is your bonus birthday reading, even though we are outside of your season. I super apologize. I've fallen behind on the reading, so I didn't do January monthlies. I'm gonna do a little something to close out the month of January before I get into Aquarius season and then February readings. But of course, I wanted to get your birthday reading up first, okay? I'm seeing that a lot of you may just have, you might just feel like a little overwhelming thoughts. Maybe you have a lot of work. Okay, so there's definitely a need to sort of just like calm the mind, however it is that you may do that, you know, grounding sort of activities and practices. Obviously, I always talk about meditation and journaling, yoga, right? But whatever it is that you do for yourself to just sort of relax, clear your mind. And, you know, as far as any responsibilities that you may have, you know, work or otherwise, I would say, you know, maybe take a step back. Sometimes when we're, you know, too close to things, like it can seem a lot more overwhelming than it actually is. We might be putting like a sense of urgency on things where there may not actually be one. So I'm almost seeing you like creating a list and kind of like prioritizing. It's reminding me of like a project management exercise I used to do a long time ago in my old life. Which if anyone is interested in what specifically that exercise is, because it is a good sort of prioritization thing. Like if you have like a list of things to get done, I'm happy to talk about that offline. I'm not going to go into that here. I do feel like for some of you, there may be actually some changes perhaps happening around your home or around work. It doesn't feel like it's like necessarily right on the horizon. Obviously, for some of you, it may be, but I feel like it's definitely sometime this year. I'm not remembering the year ahead spread. So, you know, if you haven't seen that, maybe that came up in your year ahead spread. I'm not sure. If you haven't seen it yet, you know, maybe go check that out and see. We have the moon card coming up here. And of course, tomorrow we do have a full moon in the sign of Leo. Full moons, of course, are a great time for a release. So again, for you thinking about, you know, how can you sort of release any, you know, worrisome, fearful, anxious sort of thoughts that you may have? How can you, you know, maybe release, you know, things that do not belong to you, right? So especially if we're talking about, right, like tasks that you have to get done, you know, maybe if it's stuff other people have asked you to do, saying no, or, you know, again, if it's like a work related thing, maybe delegating some of those tasks, asking for help, right? You do have the Ace of Pentacles here as well. So again, could be talking about work or, you know, something sort of financially or monetarily related. I am getting for a lot of you that there's like something new that's getting ready to sort of be birthed or exposed, okay? Obviously, it could be quite literal. Obviously, this is an earth energy, right? So that is your sign. I'm seeing specifically, right, we can see like some green crystals here in the corner. Green crystals really help to connect you to your heart chakra, right? Really ground and sort of clear and cleanse and open up that heart chakra space, because I'm feeling like this actually may be related to like something, you know, creatively, or again, also like work-wise that you might be working on. But again, it feels like something new, some sort of, you know, maybe a new part of your role, maybe a new project outside of your like traditional 9 to 5, if that's the case for you. But it feels really good. It could also be, you know, related to a person. For a lot of you too, this could be talking about, you know, maybe some type of, I don't even know why I'm putting that there. But, you know, some type of gift or like loan, something of value that you have received recently. Obviously that could coincide with the holiday season, with your birthday season, right, which just passed, but it could be something along those lines. So in your past position, you have the Two of Pentacles. Again, your energy. I'm getting from this energy, like, and I feel like you've sort of been in this period maybe for a little while, right? But I feel like spirit and source is really calling you to find this place of balance within yourself, right? I'm seeing like a balancing of elemental kind of energy, and specifically for you, a balance of your earth energy with your water energy, right? So that's why that heart space may sort of be coming up here. I do feel like you may also be sort of facing choices or decisions, right, with this Two of Pentacles energy. For a lot of you, again, this could be about, you know, work tasks that you need to prioritize. Maybe you're thinking about changing work altogether. For others of you, again, it could be some sort of, you know, decision or around change or around moving that you might be making around the home. Let's go into the grounding energy right now, because we have the Nine of Wands. So I'm seeing a little bit of something here, right? Because I want to show you right? We see this 9 of wands. We see the 5 wands here in the back, right? Sort of guarding this lion, this fire energy. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could also do, you know, with your own sort of inner fire energy, right? Which similarly to the astrological signs, right? That there's sort of like, I don't really like to say good or bad. Let's say light and shadow, right? Even with the elements, that's the same thing too, right? Fire is a very sort of potent and powerful element to alchemize and create, right? But it can also be quite a destructive force. So I feel like that's part of the balance that you're finding here internally, right? Sort of just like almost like controlling like your inner urges or your inner sort of anger or rage, right? If that resonates for you. And I feel like part of this is like, you may have a history of self-sabotaging things, right? Maybe it's sort of like, you know, I'm almost getting like the trope of like burning bridges, you know, because something happens. And so you just are like, okay, well, to hell with all of it, you know? And I feel like you're working on not doing that, right? So not sort of self-sabotaging before you're able to sort of have something come to fruition or sort of have something come to completion or realize something along those lines, okay? For some of you, I do feel like there could be a strong focus on your health or that of someone that you're connected to. Definitely, I'm getting a very strong male energy in this reading, okay? So it doesn't have to be pertaining to you. It could be like a male energy around you, a boss, a father figure, something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man either. I'm just picking up on masculine energies, right? Or a very strong masculine energy rather. But you know, we all have, you know, feminine and masculine energy. So just keep that in mind. The crowning energy, I just want to go to that next, right? Because if you notice, you're actually, 3 of the 5 cards here are fire energies, right? So you have the King of Wands here reversed. I feel like there's a little bit of a message here, again, whether it's you, whether it's someone around you, but I feel like someone is sort of struggling with, you know, issues of control. And it seems weird because like the way that I'm seeing it, right, that it's almost like they're trying to control or, you know, sort of like enact like their will, like almost like a projection, but it's because there's actually like, you know, there's this wounding here, right? There's this 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior card. So it feels like it's almost like, you know, past events, past feelings that are sort of coming up. And it's almost like, you know, almost like there's not a lot of like, they're not able to sort of differentiate between, oh, this is like a feeling or like an experience from the past, right? That's coming up now to sort of be addressed and released in a different way, right? So again, if this is you, this is obviously just sort of like a little bit of a warning, you know, to sort of just be aware of that. And obviously working on balancing out, grounding your energies is going to be helpful. And if it's not you, obviously it's still a warning, right? But just something more so to be aware of the energy that someone else may be sort of exhibiting or harboring at this time, okay? You have the 4 of Pentacles at the heart of your reading. You actually have 2 fours. Sorry, Zeus, no. Sorry, my dog today's his birthday, but he's being crazy. So with this 4 of Pentacles, right, you have 2 fours coming up here, the 4 of Pentacles and that 4 of Wands, which I talked about a little bit earlier. But again, I am feeling like, you know, there feels like there's something like very sort of fundamental that's either going on or that's also changing. So again, for some of you, this could be about where you live, your home. For others of you, this could be talking about work. It could be also, again, talking about like a significant relationship dynamic, right, that you're involved in that seems to involve like, you know, again, sort of, I'm getting that older sort of masculine energy, right? Keep in mind that for some of you, this is again about balance within, about finding stability and security, which is what this 4 of Pentacles talks about. For some of you too, right? Even with that Ace of Pentacles that we saw, right? Let's say some of you got some type of loan or a huge financial gift, something like that. There is a message here around conservation, right? So obviously, you know, saving, you know, financially, especially if you are thinking about changing jobs or moving, whether it's in the near term or more long-term future. I'm also getting this energy almost of like, you know, conserving your own energy, right? Like what and who you sort of choose to, you know, invest your time and your attention and your energy into, and is it like worth your while kind of thing. Okay. And I feel like for a lot of you, like you're kind of deciding no. Okay. Again, I'm getting this thing that there's either like, sorry, my dog is being so nuts. Zeus. Oh my gosh. Well, at least the camera didn't stop. Hold on. Oh my gosh. the whole thing came apart. Let me see if I can fix this on the fly. That was a mess. Oh no. Okay, actually, I'm gonna pause the video and then come back. I'm sorry about that, y'all. That was crazy. Okay. So I was almost gonna say like Zeus is a Capricorn. He's not actually though. He's an Aquarius. His birthday is today. I think I mentioned that. So anyway, I do feel like for a lot of you, there is something, again, like very fundamentally that's changing. Again, could be your location, could be around your work. You know, you may find that, you know, maybe there's something like entirely new that you want to do, right? And it's just like going in a completely different direction from what you've done like sort of historically or what you're doing right now. Okay. So let's jump into the oracle guidance. We were pretty much there anyway when that whole craziness happened. Ooh, look at that. So it's saying you are on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. And again, I've felt that energy sort of like, you know, trying to find or coming to a place of balance within. Some of you may be spiritual teachers, right? You know, there's so many different types of, but yeah, so look at that, spiritual teacher and healer. So yeah, some of you are definitely, you know, you may be going through some sort of, you know, spiritual awakening process. And, you know, maybe you're discovering that you want to do something that's more along the lines of the sort of energetic healing arts. If so, I encourage that 100%. Obviously, right? Okay, time to decide. Look at that. And you have that 2 of Pentacles, right? That came up in the past placement. So make a decision based on your heart's truest desires. We'll read for this card and then we'll probably get one more oracle and close out your birthday readings. These are normally pretty short. You know, if you want to, I do offer a birthday discount if you're subscribed to my newsletter. So feel free to sign up for that. If you put your birthday in, you'll automatically get that email on the day of your birthday with the discount code. You know, otherwise you can book a regular reading with me. Totally up to you. The links will all be down below. And of course, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Okay. I just forgot to say that. So I wanted to throw that in. So it says the angels ask you to be very honest with yourself and them about your dreams and desires. What do you want? What do you wish to change? What are you waiting for? Allow yourself to acknowledge your genuine feelings and have the courage to admit your dreams. This card indicates that if you can dream it, you can do it. The angels are encouraging you to explore your options and take charge of your life. After all, your work comprises a major portion of your daily activities. You, like everyone else, deserve to spend your time in meaningful and enjoyable ways. Amen to that. It's interesting because like life purpose, right, which is this deck, and as well as like dream interpretation work, which is something that I do, has been coming up a bit. So for those of you who are familiar with this app called Clubhouse, I'm on there and I've been hosting rooms on dream interpretation, just sort of talking about it as an art and a science. And to me, it's one of the easiest ways to sort of really access your, you know, higher knowledge and your intuition and receive sort of messages and downloads from the universe. So I recommend it pretty much to everyone simply for that reason. And it's just like, you know, you don't have to study or learn sort of like a new tool or a divination method to be able to do it. You just have to commit to practicing, right? To sort of like dream journaling, to just writing down your dreams, whatever it is that you remember from them. And as you do that, you'll find that your recollection will likely get better. Okay, so if that's something that you're interested in, again, just, you know, do it for sort of your own purposes. You can always reach out to me to sort of ask questions. And if you're on Clubhouse, you know, or even I post about it on like Instagram and Twitter. So if you're following me on any of those, I do announce when I'm going to do a dream interpretation room. Okay. I just saw the number 1, new beginnings, right? So obviously we're seeing that playing out in the spread again, especially for those of you who may be moving, changing jobs, that kind of thing. And I did see environment. So it's sort of doubling down on that message that I see a change in your environment, right? Your work environment, your home environment. We're getting a numerology guidance card now, and then we'll close out the reading. Capricorn. Oh, physical activity. Look at that. And yeah, that, you know, I feel like, you know, connecting with your body, especially as an earth element, connecting with the earth, maybe you like to work out outside, is going to be super helpful for you. Obviously, physical activity is a very grounding activity and exercise, right? Literally as well. So, okay, cool. Let's read for this card. I thought the card was teaching and learning because it looks very similar, but I was wrong. So this card indicates a need for exercise, which reduces stress hormones and releases feel-good endorphins in the brain, creating an overall sense of well-being, self-confidence, and peace. Because you attract what you feel, when you consistently feel good, you invite blessings into your life. Regular physical activity can better your life in a variety of ways. It can enhance your physical and psychological well-being, and reduce the risk of obesity and other conditions. When it comes to manifestation, exercise increases the energy flow throughout your body, which helps release toxins and negative emotions. This in turn raises your overall vibration and enhances your connection to source. The affirmation here says, I exercise my body and improve my quality of life. So again, Capricorns, I am so sorry for the delay. I feel like I'm going to have to do something extra special for y'all maybe next year. I don't know. Hopefully you guys remind me. I probably won't remember by that point. But yeah, thank you for everyone who is patient and who waits for these readings to come out. As you know, this is energetic work, and it really is important that like I'm sort of in the right headspace and energy before doing these readings. So it really just like my energy has been changing. My gifts have been changing really since like the tail end of last year. So it's taken me like a little while to just sort of like calibrate and integrate and get back to where I can feel like I have a more regular schedule. So I appreciate those of you who are patient, who have stuck around. I hope that this reading helps. Again, if it resonated, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, book a reading, donate if you feel so inclined. Again, follow over on the social media channels. And I look forward to seeing you in your next reading. Bye.